in a privatized military facility that was built in 2007. Once again, this Michael Hilton character is saying that his boss is a retired U.S. Army colonel named Richard Culver, who is currently overseas. So we really have to look into Culver's background, who he's been doing dealings with, and who supplies him with his money. Jones?
And I think it's also important to note that we can't believe anything that this Hilton character says, so that may be completely made up. He may just be stalling for time there. At this point, we don't know what the truth is. We just know that 3 black Mercedes SUVs came in here about a week and a half ago with the name. I've got some locals coming up saying hi. Hi, folks. We're going to be on in just a second. I'm live on the radio. Thanks. The point is, got distracted by some folks coming up, sorry. The issue here is, where did he get the money for the lease? And they say, they won't say how much, they say he's paid a large portion of the $2+ million that is the yearly lease on this $27 million facility. And the 3 black Mercedes SUVs then showed up. They did have Hardin police on the side. He has shown up at, and I've pulled up the old news articles on this from the last month, he has showed up at different city council meetings where the city of Hardin is voting to begin the process in the last month to get rid of the Bighorn Sheriff's Department as their police force. And so they admit they are looking, and were looking at giving it over to this Hilton character's company. So you have this convicted felon that's going to run a secretive detention facility, paramilitary training facility, and going to run the local police department. It is true they were trying to do that.
Back with Alex Jones after this. It's the Alex Jones Show, the latest at PrisonPlanet.tv and Infowars.com. We are back. It's the Alex Jones Show. Alex live right now on the ground in Hardin, Montana. Alex.
Yes, I've gotten out of the car out here, and I noticed that some locals from Billings are here, and they noticed the sign that I noticed. Sandy is here from Billings. Sandy, tell folks on the radio what this sign hanging on the prison says.
It says, notice, no hostage will exit through this gate, and it also has it listed in Spanish.
So this is just a crazy, crazy facility. What do you think of this whole situation?
It's just very odd and very creepy and spooky. Apparently the Montana Attorney General is now investigating the American Police Force group because of all the controversy swirling around this.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really glad, Jason, that we came out here to investigate this. I know that the feds are federalizing everything. If some shyster can come in here, whoever he really is, and take over a $27 million facility and start driving around in patrol cars with the Serbian crest saying Hardin Police, imagine what the big international bankers can do with the tens of trillions of dollars they've stolen from us. I think that's the number one moral of this story. Now, I'm going to go to the city council meeting tonight, a special meeting. I'm about to go over to the Bighorn Sheriff's Department and try to talk to them, but I told they get very aggressive if you try to talk to them. They've hung up on us when we've called. We're also going to go over to the mayor's office. We're going to go over to the Two Rivers Authority office and really try to get some answers here today what's going on. But a bizarre FEMA camp where they admitted they wanted to hold enemy combatants, maps on the wall saying it's for enemy combatants and alien prisoners. It gets stranger and stranger and stranger. And then also you have locals, with rumors spinning out of control and emails flying around. But what do you expect to happen when you have such a secretive organization doing all of this? But I think it's safe to say that Mr. Hilton is going to be kicked off of this project. I can't really judge the Two Rivers Authority. They probably just got conned in this whole thing. Most of the locals, want to see this detention center used for something, but that's the other big issue. A lot of the locals are concerned, saying it's built right on the edge of the reservation, and that they're just going to start arresting people for petty offenses to get money out of them in this giant facility. I mean, this is a jail. This is a detention center that a major city of several 100,000 could easily use. This is not something out here in the middle of nowhere. I mean, when you leave the town of Hardin, 3,500 people, you may drive for 10, 15 minutes before you even see a house or a light. It is pitch black out here at night. So in the middle of nowhere, there is this gigantic shadowy facility with some weird con artist with a foreign accent running around with German paramilitary in tow, Jason. It just gets stranger and stranger and stranger.
Absolutely, and I think that some of the big points that we need to make is that they put somebody who was a convicted felon who had, now they're reporting, over 17 aliases in charge of this. It's also taking place in Montana, where they just had this NLE 09 exercise where they worked with foreign military, foreign businesses, and black ops. You know, I want to know what their involvement in that drill was and whether this was...
So many times when we look at other mercenary organizations, they have other criminals running them, and they usually use a criminal as their front person so they can just discredit them later. That is probably what's going on here, or he may just be a complete con artist, but where did he get all the money to pay the down payments if he is nothing but a con artist? This is very, very serious and quite a mystery.
Absolutely, and let's not forget that Becky Shea and another official said that they were well aware of his criminal background before it hit the news media this week, so they knew what they were getting into by getting this guy on board, Alex.
Well, she has said that, but she said that he told her this last Friday. Who knows what's true? I mean, this woman was breaking down and crying. I mean, I really kind of feel sorry for some of the locals in the community, but this is an example of how the feds or private corporations or anybody can just come into rural areas in America and push people around and take advantage of them.
Absolutely. We'll be back after this. It's the Alex Jones Show, PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.